Hi everyone. Welcome back to AI Finance Buddy, your friendly guide to mastering personal finance. We make finance simple, fun, and accessible for everyone, whether you're saving for a goal, staying updated on market trends, or looking for smart ways to grow your money. Here, you'll find the latest financial news explained, practical tips to manage your budget, and easy to follow trading suggestions. We also believe in empowering you with financial education, offering quick lessons and relatable examples to help you understand how money works. Also, this episode includes an inspiring real-life success story to show you how others have achieved financial freedom. Let's dive into today's highlights and take the next step on your financial journey together. Chapter 1, Today's Market News. First up, RTX Corporation, aerospace and defense giant, known for jet engines and missile systems, is gearing up to share its earnings for the last quarter of 2024. They're expected to make $1.37 per share, which is like getting a good grade on a test. They're also looking at a whopping $20.5 billion in sales. But wait. Analysts have lowered their expectations a bit, like when you think you'll ace a quiz but then realize you might just pass. Everyone's curious to see how their jet services are doing. Next, CSX Corporation, a major player in freight rail transportation, just reported their earnings, and it wasn't great news. They made 38 cents per share, but everyone was hoping for 44 cents. It's like showing up to a party and realizing you forgot the snacks. Their shares dropped over 3% because they faced some tough challenges, like bad weather and infrastructure issues. Investors are feeling a bit nervous, like when you're waiting for your exam results. Now, Intuitive Surgical, a leader in robotic surgical systems, famous for the Da Vinci system, just announced their earnings, and they did better than expected with $2.21 per share. That's like scoring a surprise win in a game. But hold on, shares still dropped over 2% because they warned about lower profit margins in 2025. It's like getting a good grade but realizing you have to study harder next time. Rising costs and tariffs are making things tricky, and investors are feeling a bit anxious. Overall, the market is showing mixed signals as some companies like RTX are preparing for strong earnings, while others like CSX and Intuitive Surgical are facing challenges that are causing investor concerns and share price drops. Chapter 2, Simple Finance Terms Explained. Let's break down some key finance terms. The New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, is a major stock market in New York City, known for being one of the largest and oldest in the world. Deflation is when prices drop over time, allowing your money to buy more in the future than it can today. A sector is a category of companies that do similar things, like technology or healthcare. A bull market is a time when stock prices are rising, and people feel positive about the economy, like a bull charging forward. Lastly, a premium is the price you pay for an option contract or the extra amount you pay over a bond's face value. Chapter 3, Top Stock Pick of the Day. Today, let's talk about why Glacier Bancorp, GBCI, a regional bank holding company that provides banking and financial services, could be a smart investment choice. First off, GBCI is showing strong signs of financial health. It's making money, which is great, and it's managing its cash well. The company doesn't have a lot of debt, meaning it's not taking on too much financial risk. Plus, it has enough cash on hand to cover its short-term needs, which is a good sign of stability. GBCI also has a solid market value, which means it has room to grow. Investors might find it appealing because it offers a decent return on earnings and a reasonable dividend, making it a good option for those looking for steady growth over the next year or so. However, keep in mind that there are some risks. Changes in the economy, like rising interest rates or shifts in consumer spending, could impact GBCI. Additionally, if the sector it operates in faces challenges, that could affect its performance too. Overall, GBCI looks promising, but always remember to consider the bigger picture. Chapter 4, Core Long-Term Strategy with ETF. Imagine you want to invest in a whole garden of flowers, not just one type. Exchange-traded funds, ETFs, are like a bouquet that lets you own a mix of stocks from various companies, making investing easier and less risky for the long haul. The MSCI World Index is like a map of this global garden, representing companies from 23 countries. By investing in it, you can enjoy the beauty of worldwide diversification, helping your money grow over time. Now, let's talk about the MSCI World Index and some recent news around it. The MSCI World Index is like a big basket that holds stocks from companies in 23 developed countries, giving you a snapshot of how the stock market is doing overall. Recently, there have been updates on some ETFs that track this index, like the Amundi MSCI World 5 and 2. These updates include their net asset values, which tell you how much the fund is worth right now, and how well they're performing. Plus, there's news about the MSCI Equi Metals and Mining Index, focusing on companies in the metals and mining sector. This can be important if you're interested in those specific industries. In short, these updates help investors make informed decisions about where to put their money, whether they're looking at the overall market or specific sectors. It's all about keeping track of how things are going. Remember, investing can be risky, so keep a long-term mindset. Make sure you're not using money you might need soon. Chapter 5, Quick Financial Lesson. Let's demystify compound interest, turning little amounts into big gains over time. Imagine you plant a tiny seed in your garden. At first, it seems small and insignificant. But with time, water, and sunlight, it grows into a big, beautiful tree. This is similar to how compound interest works. Compound interest is the interest you earn not just on your initial amount, but also on the interest that accumulates over time. Let's say you save $100 in a bank account that offers a 5% annual interest rate. After 1 year, you'll have $105. But in the second year, you earn interest on $105, not just your original $100. By the end of the second year, you'll have about $110.25. This interest on interest can lead to significant growth over time. If you keep that $100 in the account for 30 years, it could grow to over $400, thanks to the magic of compounding. Here's a simple tip: start saving early, even if it's just a little. The sooner you begin, the more time your money has to grow. Consider setting up a savings account or investing in a retirement fund. Remember, every little bit counts, and with patience, your small savings can blossom into big gains. Chapter 6, Real Stories of Financial Success. Meet Grace Groner, a secretary who turned a $180 investment into $7.2 million over 75 years. In 1935, Grace bought 3 shares of Abbott, the pharmaceutical company she worked for, at $60 each. Instead of selling, she reinvested her dividends, and her stake grew exponentially. Grace's secret? Patience and simplicity. She lived modestly in a small house, bought second-hand clothes, and never owned a car. By the time she passed away in 2010, her Abbott shares had ballooned to $7.2 million. Her legacy didn't stop there. Grace donated her fortune to fund internships, international study, and service projects for students at her alma mater, Lake Forest College. Today, those shares would be worth over $28 million. Grace's story is a powerful reminder of how consistent investing, reinvesting dividends, and a simple lifestyle can create incredible wealth over time. It's proof that financial success doesn't always require a big start, it just takes commitment and time. Chapter 7, Summary and Personal Investment Strategy. As we wrap up today's video, let's quickly recap the key points we covered. First, we discussed RTX Corporation and its upcoming Q4 2024 earnings preview, highlighting what investors should keep an eye on. We also explored the NYSE, one of the largest and oldest stock markets, emphasizing its significance in the financial landscape. Next, we took a closer look at Glacier Bancorp, GBCI, our recommended best buy investment choice, and why it could be a smart addition to your portfolio. Remember, diversifying your investments is crucial. We also introduced an ETF strategy, likening it to planting a garden where you can invest in a variety of companies rather than just one. This approach can help spread risk and enhance potential returns. Also, we demystified compound interest, illustrating how even small amounts can grow significantly over time, making it a powerful tool for building wealth. Finally, we reflected on today's inspiring real-life success story of Grace Groner, who proved that financial freedom is possible for anyone with the right mindset. Now, for my personal investment strategy, I'm adding $15 to my MSCI World Index investment and experimenting with $10 in a fractional share of GBCI, both with 101 leverage. This demonstrates the importance of cautious and diversified investing. As always, I encourage you to do your own research, test different strategies, and consult a financial advisor to tailor your approach to your unique situation. If you found today's content helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us reach more people and ensures you don't miss out on future episodes filled with practical financial tips and insights. We'd love to hear your thoughts, whether it's topics you want us to cover, questions you have, or feedback on today's video. Your input helps us create content that meets your needs and fosters a community where we can all learn and grow together. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.